And here's the thing. Everybody who's covered by IDEA is by definition also covered by Section 504. Not everyone who's covered by Section 504 is a student. And not every student covered by Section 504 will meet the criteria for eligibility under IDEA. And that's where we end up with students who have 504 plans but not IEPs. But first, it's important to realize that anybody who has an IEP is already protected by everything that 504 offers. So a lot of times people say, well, do I need a 504 in addition to my IEP? Not as far as school services goes, because the whole of 504 is already available to you, and then some, by virtue of having that IEP. So 504 plans in school settings really should be talking about the students who do have a disabling condition that impacts one or more major life activities, but who do not require specialized academic instruction or specialized services in order to receive a free and appropriate public education. They can receive a free and appropriate public education by way of accommodations, modifications, program adjustments, and things like that. So that's kind of my starting place for that. The other piece of this is that Section 504 does include in the federal regulations a definition of a free and appropriate public education. So students with a 504 plan are also, by that non-discrimination statute, entitled to a FAPE, a free and appropriate public education, just like they are under IDEA. The definition of a free and appropriate public education under 504 is that the student with a disability's needs must be met as adequately as their non-disabled peers. So their needs must be met. They must be provided a free and appropriate public education. And if they have a disabling condition that impacts one or more major life activities, they are eligible. There's even some loose language about how disability is established. You can have a history of a disability, a record of having a disability. You can have been treated as though you had a disability. So if somebody gave you services or supports in the past, that would be proof that you have a disability. So how you go about establishing eligibility is a little bit more gray and loose under 504 than it is under IDEA. IDEA has very specific evaluation requirements. However, 504 also says that students with disability are entitled to evaluation. So you have the right to evaluation under 504, just like you have the right and requirement for evaluation under IDEA. And there isn't any description of those that would sort of separate one from the other. So an evaluation is an evaluation is an evaluation. And how you go about doing that, providing that, can be identical between the two.